And we are live. What's up, beasties? It's Triple B, your friendly neighborhood bearded book beast. Welcome back to another episode of Beast Friends Forever. Woo! I am excited for this one. My guest tonight is fantastic. I had this idea to do a joke because he likes jokey things, and I was going to say, I have the very talented and very handsome, and then check my notes and be like, oh, I had the date wrong. This person's going to be on instead. But I can't because he's just so awesome. One of the first people that reached out to me and then I talked with on Booktube, one of the first authors that I got a review copy for a book from, just an awesome guy, so supportive of so many people. And he likes to act like he's crotchety and old. He may be old. He doesn't have any hair. I don't know. But he has a heart of gold. He's fantastic. I'm so excited to finally have him to talk to him about his new book that's coming out. I'm talking about the one and only Mike Mollman. How you doing, Mike?
Is there somebody else here? Oh, hi.
How's it going, my friend?
Oh, living the dream.
Living the dream.
It's my weekend, so got to
Yeah,
be good.
We were talking about you have tomorrow off because there's something special happening tomorrow. Probably a good idea to have it off. Why don't we start there? Why don't you fill us in on the big news? What's happening tomorrow?
Okay. Sorry, give me a second.
Oh man, that's a good idea. I should grab a drink too.
So tomorrow
Good
I'm launching my book, Proxima Station. It's humorous sci-fi, and I would never make these comparisons, but Dewey Conway said that it's Monty Python meets Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy meets Star Trek.
That's
So,
amazing.
I'm just staring up at those pedestals going, oh, those are going to fall on me. But I did try to have some fun with it. The main character is Anthony. He's pretty much an everyman, and he gets sent to a space station, and he has to learn from the 5 alien species there what they're like, how they tick, and he's just overwhelmed. And when he starts to think it's better, he gets overwhelmed again, and that's pretty much the whole series is going to be that. So I just have to keep finding different ways to torture the person.
Oh man, sounds fantastic. Now, is this are these lengthwise? Are these more like short books, novellas? Are they longer books? What would you say that they are for this series?
They're novellas. It's like 150 pages,
Oh, nice.
and I mean they're fun to write. They're quick. You get in, you get out. It's kind of like a palate cleanser.
Oh
If you
yeah.
read really dark stuff and you want just some light that there is humanity left, you can read
Mhm.
this real quick and then go right back to the shadows, and you know
Oh
there's
yeah.
not there's no lack of grim dark stuff for you to read, but not
Oh
by
yeah.
me.
That's good. I think we all us fantasy lovers need like some good, quick, fun reads every once in a while. So I think that's a great market for you to tap into, especially sci-fi too, which is something as a fantasy reader we don't always make time for. So sci-fi, fun, short, sounds good to me.
Well, you'll
Very
be
nice.
getting yours next week,
Oh,
so.
I can't wait. Um, awesome stuff. Well, that's exciting now. So now you have tomorrow off, so you can sit and you can just watch all the sales roll in, right?
Oh yeah, or watch the zeros.
Hey, we're gonna hope. We're gonna hope for the best, right?
I like it. I published it, so I'm
That's all
happy.
that matters. Yeah.
El Montague, he said, you know what, write for yourself, because if you really like it, there are people out there who will too. If you
Oh
try
yeah.
to write to please everyone,
Yeah.
you'll have crap.
Yeah.
So
And you won't enjoy it. So
yeah,
yeah, exactly. It should be something you can be proud of. Plus, I mean, you are the type of person that I feel like as long as one person reads it and connects with you about it and tells you that they enjoyed it or talks to you about it, I feel like you're gonna be happy.
no, I won hundreds, thousands even. No, I mean when I started this, I had a full head of hair. Look what it's done to me. I want my due.
One one handful of hair per book got ripped out. Oh man. Dang it. Well, we're gonna have our fingers crossed. Anybody watching this live or on replay, we appreciate you. And links to Mike's website where you can find out about all his books and a link to pre-order Proxima Station is in the description down below. So check it out, grab it,
Woohoo.
snag it while you can. And that is paperback, hardcover, and digital, and it's on Kindle Unlimited, right?
Yep.
Very nice, very nice.
And I am trying to do everything but twist Andy Witham's arm to get him to be the narrator for the audiobook, because I think he would knock it out of the park.
Oh yeah, especially if it's got humor in it. Oh yeah, he would nail it.
So I mean, there's 5 alien species and they're all kind of silly. I'm like, oh my god, Andy, you have to do
this. With that. Yeah. Oh man, that's true. I could see him killing that. You're right. That would be awesome.
So if we can start a public pressure campaign to get him to say yes, maybe that's not the way to go. I don't know.
Here we go. Everybody, you heard it. Go message Andy. Tell him. AR with him. Say, hey, do this for Mike. We got some awesome people in here already. Let's shout out a few that said hello. We got J.A. Bryden, a great author. What's up, man? That's right. You hear that, Mike? We're legends. Legendary. Nicole's here. What's up, Nicole? Thanks for being here. And Senna's here. What's up, Senna? Thanks for being here. We appreciate you. All right. Well, I should ask you this now before Senna asks, because I know she will. Do all your other books have audio?
No, right now only the first 3 in the Protani series.
That's what I thought. Okay.
I was looking at Haley Traveler, but the narrator, he backed out.
Yeah.
So now I have to find a new one. And like I said, Proxima is going to be the next one, because it's, like I said, it's 150 pages. It's going to be like 2.5 hours.
Oh yeah, a little easier to find someone to lock that down. Yeah.
So it'll be quick. It'll be cheap for me. So that'll be next. And then, I'll just keep writing away and publish more books. So
heck yeah, that's what I like to hear. So I love the cover of Proxima Station, and I actually love all your covers. You can see them all around me, people. But tell us a little bit about the cover for Proxima Station, but then also all your covers. Like, how do you do them? Do you have one person? Do you do them yourself? Do you have multiple people that have done your different series? How do you go about with your covers?
So I like to differentiate my series so you don't get confused. So I have a different artist for each series.
Okay.
So for this one, Proxima Station, this is KT Francis. He's out of England. He's doing this series, Haley Traveler, which, I'm terrible at doing cover reveals. So if you look here, you have the Haley Traveler. Here is Stranded and Alone that's coming out this year, and this might just happen to be the 3rd book that I have the cover to. Those are all by Matt Slay. My brother keeps telling me he's the most famous person we've ever had on our channel. He used to draw for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle comic books.
Oh, really?
So when I told him, Matt Slay goes, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle guy? I'm like, well, yeah. And he's like, oh my God, how did he go on your show? And I'm like, he's just Matt. He lives in Lynchburg. I've been to his house a couple times. No big deal.
He's like, what?
But I really like Matt because he actually does the actual painting, and then he scans it, and I get both.
Oh, that's so cool.
And I get total rights. He's like, Mike, if you want to sign it and tell people you drew it, go for it. And I'm like, no, you sign it. And he's like, but it's yours. And I'm like, no, sign it. So, and I may have had him for these put a little mole somewhere hidden in each picture. So just a little mole, almost like a Kilroy, but it has to be a mole instead.
Oh, that's awesome. Now, is that just in the painting, or is it in the cover too?
Well, I just had him do it, so it's just in the paintings. But I might have to upload a new cover.
That'd be a fun thing for everybody to try to find.
And then I'll do whack-a-mole. Buy all 3 and find the mole.
Yes, do it.
So, and then the first series I published, Becoming a Druid. This is Dmitry Yagowski.
Okay.
He charges $200 for a book cover.
Oh wow!
Love his covers. He's the one who actually taught me a lot, because I was like, okay, I want this, and I want this, and I want this person, and this person. Like I want like 17, and he's like, you won't focus on anything. There's nothing to see if you have one person, and so I was like, because I'm like, okay, let's have them all standing in a line like it's a police lineup, and he's like,
Yeah.
no. So
That would have been cool, but yeah, I can get why that would be too much, I guess.
yeah, he's going. I already have all 7 covers for him for this series.
Oh, nice.
So, well, he told me, he goes, Mike, I've been accepted to a prestigious online art gallery. So I
Oh,
looked there, and his oil paintings that he did, they'd all gone up 5 times what their price was. And I was like,
oh man.
Dimitri, can you do the rest of my covers while I have money to afford you?
Yeah, true. That's true. Because that changes the more
Yeah.
popular they get, right?
So, yeah, his work has been featured on Nerd of the Rings podcast that has over 1 million people, and he's
Oh
like, oh
man.
yeah, it's regularly on there now.
Jeez.
Because first time he's like, Mike, oh my God, it's going to be on Nerd of the Ring. And now he's
Yeah.
like, yeah, it's on almost every show now. And I'm like, oh, let's just be blasé about it then.
Right. Jeez. Just run of the mill now. Just another day. Oh man. Well, that's awesome. That's cool that you have but I feel like I don't know, the cool thing is I can tell they still all look like they're Mike Mollman covers even though they have a different art style. Like I don't know if that's on purpose or not, but I can tell they're all your books if I look at them.
So Nico, way back when, he told me, and when he said it, I was like horrified. I was like, how dare you put that out there? He's like, Mike is like, if you like 80s or 90s fantasy, this is kind of a throwback to that, but with modern writing. And I'm like, you're saying my work is 40 years old. But I mean, it's true. I grew up reading Dragonlance and Forgotten Realms. I read over 200 of them between the 2 series.
Yeah.
So, and I probably read that many Star Trek books too. So when I went to write, it's going to be
That's
on the
what
lighter
comes out.
side. It's
Yeah.
going, I have ADHD, so I'm like, oh, this is boring. It's been 3 pages since something's been broken or exploded or something. So
Right. We need something to
boom, yeah.
happen. Well, that's good. We all enjoy some excitement as we read, so that's good. All right. Before we dive into some stuff about your journey that I would love to hear, tell us about your other series a little more. You mentioned it with the covers, but tell us what your other 2 series are about.
Okay, so the first book I ever wrote is Haley Traveler. It was the 5th one that I published, but it was the first one I ever wrote. And I rewrote this 14 times
Wow.
before I published because I didn't know what I was doing. And the first 7 drafts were abysmal. Actually, I do have, when I wrote the first draft, I knew nothing about publishing,
Mhm.
and I gave this copy of the book out to people
Oh
in
man.
a 3-ring binder, no less, because that's how savvy I was. And I gave out
That's
like 5 of these, and I've got 4 back. And the one guy's like, "Oh no, I think I threw it away." I'm like, "You're just praying I get famous, and then you're going to come out and go, look what Mike did."
Look what I got. Yeah, I say that's a collector's item now.
So I got 4 of them back, and I'm just like, okay, if I get that 5th one, I'm burning them all. There will be no evidence. But
No
yeah,
evidence of it.
but yeah, was set on Mars 200 years in the future. Chris is a wildly sheltered 17-year-old kid. It's kind of a fun relationship he has with his dad, but it's kind of dark, so dad's going to get it. And then Chris has to pick up the pieces, figure out how to survive on his own, and then realize no one's really investigating dad's murder, so he decides to go into the underbelly of the Mars Society and find the killer and exact vengeance. And
I
I
like
always
it.
tell people he's 17. He's smart. He's a good kid, but his toolbox is very limited. So he's very direct in his solutions. It's there's not much nuance there.
Yeah.
I mean, he is 17, so you don't expect a lot of
Right.
nuance.
It makes sense.
Um, so of all my characters, he's the one I feel bad for. I'm like, thank goodness that he's not real because he would be coming after me. Um,
Right.
I
We
mean,
got the mayor of Orc City's here. What's
I was
up,
just going to
Jim?
say, Chris would probably manage an Orc City because he can throw some elbows if need be.
Yeah, there you go.
So, and then the first series I ever published was I've published 4 of the 7 in the Pertani series. I wrote Haley Traveler 7 times. I was like, you know what? I need a break. I wonder if
Oh
I
yeah.
can write fantasy. So then I wrote 4 fantasy books. and I kind of got burned out on all the fantasy all the time. So I went back to Haley. I published that, and now I'm like, oh, I need a break from both of them. So humorous sci-fi.
Yep, that's good. Keep it coming. There's an audience for every genre, so that's good, and it helps you have fun and keeps writing fresh. I'm sure it's good to not do the same thing all the time.
And then there's a second fantasy series I started writing, but I kind of wasn't happy with how it was going, so I kind of put that down for now. But I will go back to it.
Oh, okay, that's exciting. I didn't know about that. Oh, that's pretty nice. I saw, although he said Mile, not Mike. He's talking about somebody else.
Exactly. See, he wants credit, but he doesn't. He can't actually bring himself to say it. So
yeah. He kept typing it and backspacing, and he's like, I'm just gonna put Mile.
See if anyone notices. It's French.
Yeah, that's right. Malay. Oh man. Well, that is exciting, dude. It's I mean, we'll talk about your journey, but when did you publish your first book?
July 4th, 2021.
2021. All right. So 4 years. Can you believe you have
Yep.
all these books out 4 years later?
No. No. And my first book, I tell people that I published on July 4th, and then I called my brother to tell me I'd published a book, and that doubled the number of people in the world who knew that I had published a book. And then after that, I was like, oh, I don't want to do social media. But, then you got on and you actually meet some great people, and sometimes they even invite you on their show like today, and,
I know.
What can you do?
It's part of the journey, right? That's good. We're glad that you got on social media, man. That's a good thing. You started and you stopped using binders for everything.
Yeah. and I paid an artist to draw the cover instead of me.
Yeah, that was probably a good choice too. I think that worked out pretty well.
Because my art program is PowerPoint, so
Oh yes, I remember the old PowerPoint covers. Yep, that was. I feel like almost everybody did that early on, self-publishing. Some people still do it, but oh man! All right, awesome stuff, exciting. So I want to walk through your journey to becoming a writer. So I want you to take us back to when you were younger. Talk about when you were young. Were there certain books or show? I mean, you kind of mentioned already, but books, shows, movies, things that got you into fantasy, sci-fi. And then when did you start writing? And when did you decide you were going to go for it and actually try to write a book?
Okay, well, I mean, I used to read so much growing up. I had no games as a teenager, so I read books. So, I mean, again, I read over 100 Dragonlance, over 100 Forgotten Realms, over 100 Star Trek. I was reading a lot.
That's awesome.
And then I kind of, like, in the 90s, I kind of got tired. It kind of got all sort of the same, so I kind of quit for probably 20 years. And then I just started up again. Like, Malzahn was written the entire time during my hiatus. And this new guy called Brandon Sanderson or something. He started. But in Hobb, who's this?
Oh yeah.
So but then after that, I actually have a specific date when I started writing because I never took English 101 or 102 in college.
Okay.
So clearly, I am not permitted to write because I never took English.
Right.
So never considered it.
Mm-hmm.
So I've told this story a couple times on my channel, but it bears repeating because. So I actually decided to start writing on February 27th, 2017.
Okay.
So the day before, a coworker of mine, Angela, she said, Mike, we have this author's coming up to local library. She's the daughter of one of the people in my charitable group that were here. We're afraid no one's going to show up. I know you like to read. Would you want to go to an author signing just so we can have people in the seats so it's not embarrassing to the author? And I'm like, man, I have never met an author in my life. How cool is this? So I'm like, yes, absolutely, Angela, I will be there. So the next day I show up, and they have some nice snacks there because there's all women in the thing, so they all brought, so I'm perusing that once or twice, 3 times, whatever. And then I happen to look around, and I'm like, There's about 24 people or so here, and I am the only male. And
I was wondering.
there were mothers who brought their 12 and 14-year-old daughters to this, and I'm like, okay, if I leave, I will never hear the end of it from Angela. She's very loud and she loves to embarrass people. I'm like, so I can't leave, but I can't stay because, I'm just like the creep. I'm the bald headed, middle-aged white guy. I'm like, I am the poster child for, name the horrible thing. And,
Oh
so
yeah.
I was like, okay, if I sit in the back row, I'm just going to have mothers going, is he looking at my daughter? Is he looking at my, so I'm like,
Oh no.
so I'm like, fine, gotta own it. So I sat front and center,
Oh
right in
man.
front of the author. She's like 5 foot nothing. I'm sitting down. I'm nearly the same height as her, and she's going through her book, and it's a love triangle between teenagers.
Oh
Oh
no.
my God, shoot me, just
They
shoot
did
me.
not warn you about this at all.
So, so she's, she finishes her spiel, and she's like, any questions? And it's just crickets. No one's saying a word. And I'm just like, how'd you publish? Oh, you self-published? You can do that on Amazon? How do you do that? What's the website?
Oh
All
yeah.
the mechanics of, and not a single question about her book because I
Yeah.
just didn't care about her book.
Right. Right.
But I was like, it's awkward silence, so I'll fill it if
Might as
nothing
well get
else.
some questions asked. Yeah.
So afterwards, I had to buy the stupid book,
Mhm.
which I was mad because at the time the funds were short, and I was like, I got to spend money on this stupid book that I don't even want. Ugh. And I got a
Right.
picture, and she's like, look like, who is this guy? I have a picture of me standing next to her with holding the book.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, fake smile.
And she looks confused.
Yeah. And then I went home and I was like, you know what? I'm going to read this stupid thing because I was forced to buy it, and I'm just going to make fun of her the whole time because it has to be terrible. She's a mother of 5. I'm like,
Mhm.
how do you have time to write when you have 5 kids who are all under 10?
Oh yeah.
Um, So I start reading, and I didn't care about the story because love triangles,
Oh
no,
yeah. Mhm.
teenagers, no, but um, and the main character was a silly girl who couldn't decide which biologically perfect male she wanted to be with.
Right.
Um,
Right.
so I read the story, and I'm like, this isn't bad writing. It's not like it's amazing prose. It's just clear,
Yeah.
and I'm like, honestly, I think I can do this. And I sat there, and I put the book down. I was like, I think I can, and so I started. uh, and all because of Angela having me go to this really awkward event.
Wow, that's crazy. I don't think I've heard that story yet on your show, any of
So,
the ones I've watched. So that's pretty cool. So you
so
had no like inkling or anything about doing it until all that happened.
I mean, in 5th grade we had to write short stories, and mine
Yeah.
always got read. But
Yeah.
that was 5th grade. I mean, I
Yeah.
was no, I can't be an author. I didn't take English. Um, you know, I skipped that. So I'm like, never even, like I said, I'd never met an author up till
Yeah.
2017, and that's
Right.
why I was so excited to go.
Yeah.
And it's so weird because at Comic Cons people go like, "You're the author," and I'm
Oh
like,
yeah.
do you think anyone else is going to sell this book? You know, I mean, I've had people like, well, can my kid get behind the table and have a picture taken with you? I'm like, yeah, do you want me in the picture? I'll stand to the side. I mean, I brought my druid. If you want to stand next to the druid, that's fine too. Uh, so
Oh
yeah,
man.
it's kind of odd being on this, and I'm like, it's not that big a deal, people. But I mean, I was like, oh my god, I'm going to meet a real author.
Oh yeah.
So
Oh yeah. I
yeah,
mean, that's how it is. And like unless until you get into like this world and you meet people and you're like, they're just a nice, cool dude, just like
yeah,
anybody else. But yeah, that's how it is at first. And I'm sure that takes a lot of getting used to because you're a humble guy. Like, you like to have fun and stuff, but I'm sure it still strikes you odd when people are like that. Like, whoa, the
yeah.
author? Like that's wild. But that's
So
gotta feel a little bit cool though, too.
it does. I tell you, I talked to my brother earlier this week, and I was like, Dan, you'll never believe this. I just voted for the Nebula Awards, or no, the Hugo Awards, Hugo
Yeah.
Awards, 'cause that's at Worldcon. And I'm like, who allows me to vote for Hugo Awards? Come on.
Come on
Um,
now. That's pretty awesome.
so so I'll tell you the worst encounter I think I had with a customer
Uh-huh.
guy. He's all decked out in steampunk, which I love the aesthetic. I have never read a steampunk novel that I
Mhm.
liked, but I
Mhm.
love the aesthetic. And he's just there, and he all of a sudden he looks at me and he almost runs towards my table, and I'm like, oh God, did I knock him down or something? And he gets there and he's like, oh my God, you are my favorite author. No one writes better than you. And because I'm me, the first words out of my mouth are, "You need to find better authors."
Oh man.
So
Have
yeah,
you read any other books?
so that's
Oh
how I self promote myself.
yeah, yeah, you do a great job.
Yeah,
Oh, that's awesome though, man. You got a picture with that guy, right?
I did not. No,
What?
I
Oh my God,
no,
your new
I was
favorite
I.
author.
It was weird. I mean, he was like fawning over me, and I'm like,
He's like
what are
sweating
you?
and
I'm like, oh my
breathing out.
God, what are you doing? What life choices brought you down to this low? Come on.
Oh man. I think Sin is enjoying these stories. Oh man. Now you mentioned you brought your druid. Do you have like a full size druid you bring with you to conventions and stuff?
I do. I have a mannequin that
That's
I don't have enough room to bring it, but
yeah.
the ones I do, and when I do, I have to take it apart. But I always make sure that the feet are sticking up in the back seat, so that if you try to pass me, you just see a pair of humans' feet. And I'm
And
like,
you're just driving like nothing's wrong.
yeah,
That's amazing. Is that in the background during your shows on your
it
channel?
it was, but I got my bookshelf with all the hero books that I've
Oh yeah.
read and loved, so I kind of he got moved. Rami got moved.
Okay. I
Um,
say I remember seeing that at one time back in the
yep.
day. Okay. Very cool. Yeah,
I
I
will
was
tell
looking
you,
back there. You got some good books back there.
yeah, it's really awkward when I bring them though because I have to disassemble them there. So when I reassemble it, I'm standing there next to a naked mannequin, going, "This is not awkward at all." Not. I'm like, God. I'm like, okay, let me hurry and get the.
Oh
Oh my
god.
God, I
Well,
hate
yeah,
it.
because there's people aren't watching you from the start of that process. They're walking by for the first time when you're standing there with a naked mannequin. Oh man. As long as it's none of the moms from that book signing,
Yeah,
you'll be all right.
yeah,
Like I knew this guy was trouble.
yeah.
Oh man.
So
Oh. Oh, there you go. She's Senna's offering to dress up like oh that'd be a good little fun video to do. Although people might not want to buy your books if you scare them though. Oh, we got Mark from the Book Lounge popping in. What's up, Mark? Thanks for being here. Appreciate you taking the time. Oh, football practice. It's got to be hot.
yeah,
Hopefully, it's not as hot where you are because it's like 90 something here. Ugh. But that's pretty awesome, man. That's pretty cool that I like that story. Um, so all the time when you were reading, did you never really thought like I know you didn't consider it because you didn't do English and all that stuff, but did you ever think I would like to be an author when you were
no.
reading? No? Wow.
So so my oldest brother, when he went to college, he's like, I'm not going to declare for major. Now this was the '80s, so
Yeah. Mhm.
he was on the 6.5 year plan because you could afford to do that in the
Oh
'80s.
yeah. Right.
Um,
Yeah.
you know, and my next oldest brother, the only reason he graduated before me is I was like, well, I'm graduating in May. He's like, in May? Because he's 2 years older than me, so he took like 18 hours so he could graduate with a business administration degree or something. Just because he's like, I'm not going to graduate after Mike. I'm older than him.
Yeah.
So I mean, and I'm like, I am never going to do that. So when I went, I was like, I will always have a major. I'll change it. I don't care. But so I went in, and my mom was very much a, you're not going to go for history. You're not going to go for French. You're going to get a degree you can get a job with.
Mhm.
And so I went with chemistry, and about junior year, I'm like, well, I never changed it. I guess I'm going to be a chemist. So, I went to Catholic school for 12 years, so I'm very good at like, oh, these are the rules. Okay, I will follow your
I will
rules.
follow them.
You know,
Yeah.
why would I ever, deviate? So until I got older, and now, people laugh at me now, like, Mike, is there a single rule you follow? I'm like, well, if
No.
it makes sense and it's not
Right.
inconvenient, sure.
It's a good way to live life. It's a good plan. Oh man. Well, it's I think it worked out good. So, do you are you still enjoying your day job? Because I know
I
you're loving the writing thing. I'm sure you'd love to do it full time.
um I am actually going to retire in 2 years. So I
Nice.
mean, the job I have now with the boss I have, it's actually a lot of fun.
Oh, that's
Um,
good.
and she doesn't really know what my job entails, so she doesn't know if I'm overworked or underworked. So as long
Yeah.
as I stay in the lab area, she thinks I'm busy. So I mean, it's really nice.
Yeah. That
I have
works.
it really good right now. So, but 2 years I should be retired unless the stock market goes kaput.
Oh yeah.
Um, so yeah, then I tell
Exciting.
people I work 40 hours there. I put in 40 hours a week writing, with the show and with
Oh yeah.
marketing and
Yeah.
with avoiding writing because I should be, and all those other things.
Oh yeah.
Uh, so yeah, I would like to drop one of those. And whereas I don't mind my job that I get health insurance and money for, the writing is more fun. It
Oh
just
yeah.
doesn't pay. So
Doesn't give you all the same things.
yeah,
Not yet. Anyway. Not yet.
I like my roof. I like my health care.
Yeah, you like to eat and survive,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
food and shelter. Those are good things. Oh man. All right. Well, that's exciting. 2 years. That's gonna fly by, man. Like 2 years ago seems like nothing. So before you know it, you're gonna be a full-time writer.
So people at work think I'm obnoxious. I don't know where they get that from, but I have a countdown clock, so I have 712
Oh
days,
god.
and that is proudly displayed in my cubicle. And
Oh
I'll say
man.
like, well, is that 713 days away? Because I don't care then.
Now what does this countdown clock look? What does this consist of? What is it, like a paper one you're pulling pages off, or is it
No,
an
no.
actual clock?
It's an actual countdown clock I got off Amazon. You could go up to 1,000 days. So on October
That's
9th, I
amazing.
start it 1,000 days, and it
Uh-huh.
just counts down. And I'm just like, yep, okay, 712.
That's amazing. Oh, that's
So
awesome. They're
and
gonna
then
miss that when it's gone.
oh, I don't know about that, but maybe.
Oh, that is cool. All right, so we're gonna switch gears here in a minute and talk about your writing process. But before we do, I got a question for you, Mike. I need to
Okay,
know, do you like terrible dad jokes?
of course. Who
Of
doesn't?
course, who doesn't?
What
Exactly.
self-respecting person doesn't?
I don't know. That's true. That's true. All right. So I got one. I got a couple for you. Are you ready?
I'm terrible at these. I will not get them. But go ahead.
All right. What happened to the man who shoplifted a calendar?
No idea.
He got 12 months.
Oh, I wish I
Uh,
went to work tomorrow. I would totally
uh,
use that.
all right, all right. Let me see. Which one of these two do I want to do? Oh gosh, this okay. This one's actually pretty good. All right, are you ready?
Yep.
Uh, what do you get when you drop a piano down a mine shaft? What do you get when you drop a piano down a mine shaft?
No idea.
A flat miner. Oh, those are good. Those are top notch, top notch. All right. So there's some questions that through doing this booktube thing, some viewers and readers always like me to ask authors when I have them on about their process. So
Okay.
first question is, when you're writing, like when you're focused, like when you're working on finishing up Proxima Station, um,
Yep.
do you are you a creature of habit where you write in the same place at the same time every day? You set goals daily or weekly, or are you the other side where you just write whenever you have time and you're like, it'll get written, and you just kind of have the end goal of finishing it by a certain day?
So I would like to be the first version, But
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not married. I have no kids. I have one dog that sleeps 22 hours a day. I have the time. So what happens is I sit in front of my computer, I pull it up,
Mhm.
I see a blank page, and I'm like, you know what? I can play some Civilization. And then I play computer games usually for like 4 or 5 days, maybe a week. And then I'm like, it's made no progress. And then I sit there, I just start, building up. You have to do it. You have to do it.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then finally, I'm like, I don't want to. I don't want to. I clean my refrigerator again, that sort of thing. And then finally, I'm
Oh,
like, just do it. Oh my God, you're raking yourself over the coals. It can't be that hard. And
right.
then I start, and I'm like, oh yeah, well now that I know where to start, and then I write like 2,000 words in the next 4 or 5 days. I'll do the same, and then I'll be like, okay, that's all I had in there. So I'll play Civilization again, um, and it's rinse and repeat.
Oh man, it's been like that for all your books.
Yes.
Oh man, that's so funny. Like, do you go in every time like, oh, I'm gonna be organized this time. I'm gonna write every day, or do you just know yourself by now? You know how it's gonna go.
So if I'm going to go to bed, I'm like, I didn't write. I should have written. I didn't. So I will open up the page, and then I'll open my spreadsheet where I have like all the chapters and how many
Yeah.
words were written, and I'll be like, okay, and I'll just turn my monitors off and I'll go to bed, and I'm like, so when I turn them on, I'm going to have
You're
that
through
staring at me, and I'm going to start, and then the first thing I do is I'm like, well, minimize that, open up the internet.
it. Let's fire up civilization again.
Yeah,
Oh
I'm like,
man.
surely there's YouTube videos I need to watch.
Oh, of course, always, always. There's always something to distract you if you want to be distracted. There's no shortage of that for sure. Oh, that's awesome though. Now, when you write, do you have a favorite place? Do you have like an office you like to write in? Do you write at work? Do you write outside of the home? Like, do you write
So
anywhere and everywhere?
I write right here.
Okay.
Now, the one thing I've learned that actually is useful advice that people can take is if I have a scene, I'm like, oh, there's just all these moving pieces. It has to fit together just perfectly, and I'm like, I don't know where to start. I don't, and I just sit there and I stare at a blank page. But how does it all? I will just I will bring my notebook with me to work. On the way home, I pass the local library, so I stop. I'm like, I'm sitting in the seat for an hour. If I want to stare out the window, fine, but it'll get pretty boring after 30 seconds. So, but I'm sitting here for an hour, and then I'll just start writing it out by hand. And that is the secret, because when you write out by hand, one, you have to go slower,
That's
and
true.
two, if you don't like it, you just cross it out. And then if you decide, no, I really did like that part, what was it? You can find it because you didn't delete it all.
That's very
So
true. Yeah.
So I do that because you're forced to go slower. You can do a little editing as you go, to make yourself feel better. That
Yeah.
it's like wow, I do know English. I am monolingual. Um, so, and that is the secret. You just write it out, and you're like, okay, I didn't finish it, but I know where this is going. I can see the light at the end of the tunnel, and then I run home and I type that in immediately. What I have, which gets a light edit, as I type it in, and then I'm like, okay, let's finish this. And that's when you get stuck at like, oh my God, I can't. What that is the secret. Just write it out by hand. I would not do a whole book that way. That takes way too long. Plus, I couldn't read my writing. But but yeah,
That's
that is the secret. When you get to the just stop and you're not sure
yeah.
how to do it, just take your time, take a breath, write it out by hand.
I like it. So you do it in, do you have like notebooks, or you do this in the binders? Is this in the
Uh,
binders?
no. I have a pad of paper, and
Okay.
I learned from writing Haley, because I would say like, "Oh my God, I have to save this in case," and then I had so many, and they were
Oh
me. I'm
yeah.
not organized, so you just have random piles, and you're like, "Was this for the third or the seventh
Right.
version
What
I should have?"
order was this in? Yeah.
So
Oh
now, as
man.
soon as I type it in, I wad it up and I throw it away, and I'm like,
Smart.
"We're not going to get screwed up here."
Yeah.
So,
Look at you. So organized and technologically advanced. My goodness.
so I will tell you, at work, if I'm thinking about the thing, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, I definitely want to do that," I write it on a Post-it note, and then I take it home, and I have about 100 of these.
Oh
And
no.
I found one that was for to speak with elders, and
Uh-huh.
that came out in 2022. And I'm like, huh, I wonder if I incorporated this or not.
Whoops.
Because normally, if I do, I throw it away so that I don't have clutter. And I'm like, huh, well, that's been sitting here for 3 years. Huh, that would have been an interesting way to go.
Oh man. Oh
So,
no. Yeah, hopefully that didn't create a plot point. You haven't gotten a lot of complaints about that book for some reason, have you?
no.
Oh, that's good.
I'll tell you, my becoming a druid, I gave it to a friend when I was, ready to publish,
Mhm.
and he just goes, "So, why didn't Grommy just fly back to his mentor at any point during the story?" I'm like, "Oh my god, I Tolkiened it." And so then I had to go and rewrite it. I was like, "Well, guess what? His nephew has to be on this trip for a while longer because he can't turn into birds, so therefore Grommy can't just." Or okay, what's another way to keep Grommy from being able to turn
Yeah,
to a bird
yeah,
and
yeah.
end the story at
Wow.
70 pages? And
Yeah.
so yeah, that was a whole. And I've had a couple people like, I didn't like this because this was overdrawn, and I'm like, well, that's because I had a plot hole the size of a Mack truck, and you're complaining about one that's the size of a post-it note. So
Right,
I'll
right.
take it. I'll take that bullet.
Yeah, I'll
That's
take
fine.
that complaint. Yeah. Yeah, I actually I've started all of your books. I started Heli Traveler and Becoming a Druid, and I love that magic system. I feel like I don't think I've ever read anything where the main character could turn, at least in fantasy, where the main character could turn into animal like that. Like that's pretty cool. Like how did you come up with the idea for that whole series? Because I think it's very interesting.
So the whole for becoming a druid, it started, and this is a theme with me. I will read one article on the internet and be like, okay, go.
Go.
I read one article that said first person present tense is getting more popular. If you want to write, you should do that. Great. I write first person present tense exclusively because I read one article on the internet, and the internet is never wrong.
It's never wrong. No, it
So,
speaks for everyone.
but as I was perusing, the internet, not writing Haley, um,
Hmm, hmm.
I came across a thing. They said that England has more Iron Age, Bronze Age, Mesolithic Age, whatever crap just lying around than all of mainland Europe combined.
Oh wow.
And I'm like, England's a tiny country. I'm like, I don't know if I believe it. So then I opened up a couple other windows and I looked
Yeah,
for it, and
yeah,
I'm like, oh my god, yeah, it really is. And then that led to, well, what kinds of things do they have? I'm a researcher. I'm a chemist by trade, so I like to research things.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I fired up my spreadsheet. I'm like, oh, dolmens, they're a thing. Long barrows, okay. We have henges. We have stone, and I just started, and I was like, da, 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 and I was like, oh, there's 7 different types. Well, I'm going to have, I always like druids, don't know much about them. I'm going to write a story about druids, and these are going to be places of power, and they're all going to have unique stuff. And and that's it. All started because again, I read one internet article, um,
That's
and
awesome.
before I started, I was like, okay, let's. I kind of like, I want to have multiple magic systems,
Hmm.
and if you're going to do that, you have to make sure that one is not all powerful, or else why would
Right.
there be others? So
Yep.
I actually have 5. And I had to be like, okay, this works here. So I again had another spreadsheet because spreadsheets are important when you write, if at least if you have a science background.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
so and I was like, okay, it can do this, but it can't do this, and so I kind of had to make sure that they all had their strengths and their weaknesses, so that
yep.
one was not. And yeah, so I did all that, and then I was like, these are the ended up with 9 places of power, which is why there's the 9 head druids,
Oh
because it had
yeah.
to be odd. I think I read something about the Supreme Court, so 9. It must be 9. I'm sure that happened. I
Uh,
can't verify,
Probably. Yeah.
but I read one article on the internet, and yeah.
Oh,
So I
that's
mean, actually, it kind of is because the druids, like, you have the head druid, but he still just gets 1 vote, just like the Supreme Court, just your
oh
head.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So I mean,
not what it
I
was.
yeah. So I pretty much modeled it after the Supreme Court. They don't have any real power. They have to just go around and try to coerce people to do the right thing, and
Right, right.
um, I will tell you, one of the Discord servers, they did a read along of my book,
Hmm.
and people were there. They're like, "Oh my God, the man loves his owls." And then someone's like, "My God, Mike, I knew there's going to be owls, but really, page 2, he's already turning into an owl." I'm like, "No." So I'm like, "Oh yeah, sure enough, page 2."
That's what he does. Well, why not? That's so cool. Why would you not do it right away? Come
Yeah.
on. Oh, that's
So
awesome, man. Very cool. All right, so next question, and now you've talked about the spreadsheets a lot. So I'll be interested to see where you land on this. But as you know, being in the world of writing, you have the spectrum of a writer. When they're starting a book, you have a pantser who just sits down and just goes, doesn't plan
They
anything.
scare me. God, they scare me.
Now, are you like in the middle then? Or are you all the way over on Plotter, where you plot everything out?
When I started, I was all the way over on Plotter and looking to go even further. I had 9 pages or so of what I was going to
Man, okay.
And the problem with that, as I found, is that I start writing and then I'm like, okay, well now you need to go here, and my character's like, no, that's not
I'm
me.
not doing it.
I'm going to go over here. Like Grommy, he's supposed to go into throne rooms, get kings upset, so I can have an all-out battle. It's going to be 4-book series.
Yeah.
He's like, no, dude, I'm going to go in the woods and talk to squirrels, turn into an owl, And I'm like, but battle, gore, come on. And he's like, no, that's not me. I don't like people. I don't like crowds. So then now it's 7 books, and all the even numbered books are just novella collections of other people who will do these things that Grommy won't. Creep. So it pushes the story forward. So Grommy is going to be 1, 3, 5, and 7. I do not recommend this for your epic fantasy series. I think first person present tense is kind of dumb to do epic fantasy series in first person present tense.
Yeah.
And then have an introvert who won't talk to people as your main character. Again, not the best idea. There are easier ways to go. I promise you.
Oh, hey, it must be working.
Well, again, I'm a 12-year-old at heart, so I'm like, I'm not going to have 40 pages of character development. I'm going to have something explode. So
we all like explosions.
And I'll probably have a couple jokes thrown in, like, oh no, he died, and someone's going to crack a joke at an inopportune time because that's me. There's a lot of me in these pages here.
That's good. That's good. There should be. It's your book. Oh, that's awesome, man. All right, and now the last question I like to ask is, when you're writing, do you need it to be completely quiet, or do you like background noise? Do you listen to music? If it is music, does it have to be only instrumental? What do you do when you're writing with background noise?
So normally nothing. There was a website I haven't gone to in a while, but it actually will let you pick like the background noise. Like you can have like the zombie apocalypse where there's a lot of people moaning, or you can, and you can click on different things like rainstorm, by the sea, zombie apocalypse, and you can just kind of, and which zombie apocalypse is actually good if you're doing a battle scene because they would be moaning there. I mean, they're not zombies, but
right, yeah.
You're just kind of like, okay, I'm writing this. I gotta like wind blowing through the trees is one of the, and I just started like, I was like, okay, try to get myself into the groove of what it's like. So I do that, but I end up like, no, I should turn this off. No, I should turn, and you can do the volume of each of them up and down. So I end up fidgeting on that, and then finally I'm like, okay, just
another
shut it down.
distraction.
Yeah, but I mean, I like the idea.
Yeah.
And if I could set it and then like set it, no, you cannot adjust this for 30 minutes.
Right. Lock you out. Yeah. That's true.
Then I could go clean my refrigerator and come back and fidget. But I have a question. I have a question for you, Chris. So, what do you call 10 rabbits in a line dancing backwards?
Oh gosh, 10 rabbits in a line dancing backwards. I don't know.
A receding hairline.
That's good. That is a good one. I like that. Oh man. Oh, that's good stuff. I'm gonna write that one down. Oh man. All right. So we're gonna take a break and play a little game, and then after that, I got some questions for you for us to get to know you outside of writing a little bit. But
there is no life outside of that.
That's all there is.
I'll lie. Don't worry. I'm a storyteller.
All right. I can tell. All right. Let's see. All right. Haven't done that one yet.
Oh, no. Because I watched several of your shows so I could learn what the questions are. This is not fair.
I try to not redo them, man.
Oh, man.
I try to look at them first, though, and make sure that none of them are super weird because once in a while they're like, "What the heck?" Okay, these are good ones. Well, I mean they're not good, but they're not terribly hard. All right, so I got 3 here. Which one are you gonna do? 1, 2, or 3?
2.
2. All right. Okay. Are you ready?
Sure.
All right. So I'm gonna read you the case. Then I'll tell you what the mystery is. The chat can help you out. And there's about 5 or 6 clues. If you want me to give them to you, I can give you the clues to help you try to figure it out too. All right.
Okay.
Here we go. Here's the case. A car pulls up to the driveway of Mr. and Mrs. Stone. A stranger gets out of the car and rings the doorbell. Mrs. Stone peeks through the curtains and yells for her teenage daughter, Vicky, to stay upstairs. Mr. Stone opens the door, and he and the stranger talk in hushed voices. The stranger is led inside and asks for Vicky. As Mr. Stone goes to get the girl, Mrs. Stone starts to cry. So, who is the stranger, and where does he plan to take Vicky?
Oh man. Okay. Okay. Stay upstairs. He's a policeman, and he wants her to go downtown.
That's a good thought, but no, not a policeman. Do you want me to give you any clues?
Give me a clue.
Okay. I'll give you the first 2 because the first 2 are not super obvious. They get more obvious as you go. All right. Mr. Stone tells the stranger to take care of Vicky, and Mrs. Stone cautions Vicky to be very careful tonight.
Well, obviously the guy is a single white male, middle-aged, drives a white van. Oh,
I don't
wow.
see anybody in the chat.
No, that I don't know. That doesn't really help me.
All right, this is a pretty big clue. I'm surprised this is the next one. Usually this would be like the last one. All right, it says it is May, and Vicky is a senior in high school.
Oh, okay. So it's her prom date.
Yeah. Let's see. Stranger's Vicky's date. He's taking her to the prom. That was worded in a very sneaky way. Because at first I thought I was like, this sounds like it's like a police officer or something. It's gonna trip him up. That was a hard one, but you got it.
I got it.
Everybody. Woo! Oh man. Well, I'm glad Senna didn't type that in. We don't want any political answers here. All right. So you ready for some fun questions?
Sure.
All right. We're gonna start with the easy one. Maybe not though. I don't know. We'll see if you think it's easy. What is your favorite color?
Orange.
Ooh, orange. All right. Has it always just been orange just because, or is there a certain reason?
Always just been orange because no
Okay.
one picks orange.
That's a good
I also
reason.
have a favorite number, so you know.
Okay,
I hate
what's
the
your
number
favorite?
3,
Okay.
and my favorite number is 4.
Why do you hate the number 3 so much?
Well, I'll tell you, 4 I like because when I was in grade school, the one nun that we had in Catholic school was, doing the times tables, and I forget who it was, but for the love of God, they could not do 4 times anything, and so we spent weeks on the 4 times table, and I just knew it like that. I could just recite it.
Yeah.
This started me down the path of becoming a mathlete. And so
Nice.
I always like the number 4 because of that, and I hate the number 3 now because I play Sudoku every day to try to keep the noggin functioning somewhat.
Mm-hmm.
And they always have it so 3 is always, you always end up figuring out where all the 3s are way before the 4s. It's like 1, 2, 3, and then you solve it all, and then 4 it gets nothing. So yes, I have very strong opinions about numbers. I know this makes me odd, but
Hey, it's all right. Now JA wants to know, does this mean you hate the Musketeers? Although technically there's 4 of them, even though it's called the 3 Musketeers.
Well, I mean, and JA is not going to be aware of this, but I grew up in the Cincinnati area, and I hate the Xavier Musketeers.
Ooh.
So
You do
yes.
hate the Musketeers. Yeah.
So yes, I do. I don't like the Bearcats either, but
Well, who do you like down there then?
I am an oddball. I am a proud graduate of the University of Kentucky.
Okay.
Yeah, finding
Wildcat.
someone who's
All right.
proud of that, is a little hard sometimes, but there I am.
There you
And
are.
I didn't take English in Kentucky, so
Oh man, I'm sure there's some jokes that we can make there. You walked into that one, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. All right. Next question. You're gonna have to take us back way back for these next two questions. First one, what was your first job that you got paid to do? So not like just helping around the house, but like your actual
right.
first job you got a paycheck for, or at least money under the table for.
I was a dishwasher at Ponderosa Steakhouse.
Oh, I love Ponderosa. I'm so
Oh, it's
sad there you
gross.
can't find them anymore.
It was disgusting.
Oh, I'm
I
sure it was.
to the point when I got my lunch or whatever, I would drive across the street and get food from Wendy's. And they're like, "But you get it half price here." I'm like, "I'm not eating
Like, I'm
this food.
sick of that food.
No chance." So, and then I
Oh
went to
man,
Wendy's. And I worked
Ponderosa.
at Wendy's next. Yeah.
Okay, nice, nice, nice. All right, very cool. So next question is, what was your first car?
Oh wow. I what is it called? Chevy Cavalier.
Ooh, nice. Okay. You remember what year, what color?
It was blue. I
Okay.
got it in '92, so it probably was a '90. So we got it from Enterprise Rental Cars. We bought it from them,
Okay. Let's
and
see.
it
Let me
had
see if I can.
58,000 miles on it.
Ooh, that's pretty good. All right. Was it? Let's see. Did it look like this? Oh man, there's a couple different. These both looks. There's two different cars that's showing. They're very. Was it sporty or not sporty?
It was not. It was probably called Sporty. Yeah, for the
Okay.
'80s, I'm sure, or
Well, because
'90s. Yeah.
it shows one that looks like this. I think this is like the Z something. Did it look like that?
Yeah.
Oh, so
Yep.
you had a pretty cool first car because the other one just looked like this. It's a little more plain Jane.
Yeah, it was the first one because I
Okay.
had the rack on the back, and I had a moonroof.
Oh, and a moonroof?
Yeah, I
Man.
paid $250 for that.
Oh, you can't get cars like you used to be able to, man. Oh, that's pretty sweet. That's okay. So now we can picture Mike driving that to Ponderosa and over to Wendy's, just
Ugh.
rocking it out. Now, did you have a full head of hair then?
Of course. Actually, I when I interviewed for my current company back in 2002, I had still had full hair or whatever. I interviewed and I went to get my hair cut, and they're like, because I always had it parted down the middle, and they're like,
Yeah,
your part's going to be 3 inches. And I was like, you know what? I interviewed, I got the job. No one there knows me. Buzz it all off. And so they interviewed me with a full head of hair, and I showed up, and the guy's like,
Who are you?
and I was like, you know what? No one else knows, so let's just go with it.
And ever since then, it's just been shaved off.
Well, ever since then, I've been losing more hair, so it makes it more and more,
You can grow
the
it back
decision's being
anyway.
made for me. Yeah. I mean, I guess I could try the comb over, but that'd probably take a decade to comb over this vast chasm now. So,
Oh man, it looks good. It looks good. All right. Next question. And you kind of talked about this already a little bit, but so you are a gamer. You're a PC gamer, it sounds like. Do you play on anything else on console? Like you talked about Civilization. Do you play any other games on PC still?
I only play turn-based games.
Okay.
I stopped playing video games with the Atari 2600 because Nintendo was just too confusing. I was like, "Where's my joystick and my one button? You have more than that. I can't handle
I'm
this."
done. Yeah.
So I'm done. I tried playing like a real-time thing where Age of
Oh
Empire,
yeah.
I think, and
Mhm.
my brother used to play it all the time, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to give it a try. He's busy in the other room, so he won't come here and mock me as I try it.
Yeah.
And so I'm doing it or whatever, and he comes in and goes, "Oh, what you doing? Oh, you're playing this? Oh, yeah, they're about to destroy this. Yeah, you can't even build any more buildings. You're dead. You just don't know." Just running commentary of it, me going down in
Oh yeah,
flames.
yeah,
And I'm like, I'm never playing that again because I don't know, because he just knows, and he'll come in here I mean, he'd avoid me for 8 hours, but oh wait, video game. So that's it. I played once, real time sort of thing.
That
I'm
was
like,
it.
nope, not doing it.
Yeah.
So now it has to be a turn-based game.
Okay. Turn-based games are fun. What was the last turn-based game you played? Besides Civilization.
Masters of Orion 2. It came out in
okay.
'93.
Okay.
I have to use the DOS emulator to play it.
All right. So you don't play a lot of new games then.
No. These games are older than you, Chris.
That game's not older than me. I wish it was. Oh, that's awesome. I mean, old games, especially old PC games, man. I remember going to I don't know if there were any of these by you, but there was a video game store in the mall called Electronics Boutique.
Yep.
EB Games, and they had the big box PC. I used to love going there and getting those. You just don't have that anymore, you know? It's not the same. So the old games were where it's at. They were fun.
So because I'm a curmudgeon, I actually play Civilization 4. They're up to 7 now, but I'm like, no.
You're not even up to date on the game that you like.
I never played 5. I tried 6 and I didn't like it, and I was like, I'm going to give 7 a try. I'm like, but I got to get my writing done first, because if I get that, then that's 3 months of me not writing. So when I'm finished with my project, which will never happen, then I will get Civilization 7. Or I will get
when you retire. You can get 7, 8, and 9 probably by then.
Yeah.
Oh man, awesome. All right, next question. This one we've talked about a lot, so this one might be tough because you can't use something you already talked about. But
okay,
we know that you are a good writer. You talked about being a mathlete before, but you have to let us know what is either a talent or a hobby that you have that people might not know about.
Well, if you didn't look at Twitter last week or 2 weeks ago, whenever it was.
Oh man, I don't think I saw this then.
You probably didn't see the picture of me wearing lipstick.
No, I
because
didn't.
For my day job, I'm a personal care chemist, so I do formulations. And for 20 years, I'm like, I know nothing about color cosmetics. Don't make me do color cosmetics. And they're like, well, you're the only chemist we have in the group, so you have to do it. Actually, if you'll let me, I'm going to share my screen real quick.
Yeah. Do I have to do anything,
you may have to look away because you won't be able to unsee this.
Oh gosh, but I can't wait.
Did it not? Oh, did I hit the wrong button?
Here, I think. Oh no, do it again. I think I can add it.
Oh,
click it again.
Share screen, window, that one, share.
All right, I think I can add it. Oh man, look at those plump lips.
So yeah, they made me do color cosmetics. I'm like, fine, I'm going to traumatize people.
Now, I think what I like the best about this side by side, Mike, is that on the left you don't look very happy, but on the right you got a little smile going on. I don't know what to think about that. Oh, and Josh popped in at a perfect time. Look at that, nice picture, Mike. Oh man, we need a T-shirt with that on there, Mike. We need a T-shirt.
No, that's okay. We can go without.
Oh man, this is going to be the most watched part of this video. Lots of screenshots. Oh man, that's fantastic. Oh, that is good.
So
all right. So now is that a hobby or a talent? I'm not sure.
Well, that's the one that pays the bills.
That's the one that pays the bills.
And you can run with that any way you want. That's how I pay the bills, people. I put on lipstick.
All right. You heard it here first. Oh man. All right. So now your video game, well, not video game, your PC game interests are old school. What about movies and TV shows? What are some of your favorite movies and TV shows?
What are these things you talk about? So Roe makes fun of me all the time. They'll be on there. We had a ZB Steel on. They're like, this is a great movie. And Roe's like, yeah, it is. Mike, have you seen it? Never heard of it.
Nope.
Yeah. So I will tell you, as far as series go, Babylon 5 is the
Oh yeah.
greatest sci-fi series ever. Well, the first 4 seasons, fifth season, just pretend it doesn't exist.
Oh.
Um, but yeah, Babylon 5. Actually, there is a lot of Babylon 5 works its
Ooh.
way
Okay.
into here.
All right.
So it's
Very
great
cool.
because you young kids, most of you probably would have never heard of it or seen it. So I can get away with people think I'm creative. Um, uh, my all-time favorite sci-fi show is Farscape.
Oh, I
Um,
love Farscape.
because I'd watched that, when it was coming out, and I'm like, oh, okay, so they're going to have a new member of the crew. I'm like, oh, nope, they died. Okay, and you just never knew, and you're like,
No. Yeah.
you know, they come, they
Oh,
go, and you're like, I didn't see that coming.
oh yeah.
So that is the thing. If you want high praise from me, if you're a writer, if I'm like, yeah, I was reading this, I'm like, yeah, I know where this is going. I'm like, then you
Right.
surprised me, because again, I've read 25, 30 years now. I kind of like, I'm like, okay, yes. Well, one
Right.
book I read, I was like, I can tell you exactly what's going to happen. This is going to happen. Yep, there it is. This is going to happen. Yep, there. And I mean, I'm like, I'm bored when that happens. So if
Yeah.
you can surprise me, you
You're
are,
doing a good job.
immediately you'll go up on the shelf. I mean, if you have Space Bears,
Right.
or
Right. Oh yeah.
but
Can't beat the Space Bears. Awesome. All right. All right. So last question, we're gonna bring it back to reading. So you still, as busy as you are, somehow find time to read. Although I know you don't, you have a limit. You don't like to read those chunky books. There's some guy named Tim has been trying to get you to read his book forever. I don't know. But how do you work reading in? Is it just something that you naturally make time for, or do you have to work at it?
so I don't read a whole lot anymore. I listen to
Mhm.
books,
Oh
and
yeah,
since
yeah, yeah.
I haven't
Still
seen
reading, still
yeah,
reading.
since I haven't seen Tim in the comments, I'll actually admit to this. Um, my all-time favorite trilogy is
Uh-huh.
the Empire trilogy by Raymond Feist and Janie Wirtz. So I liked the Raymond Feist work or whatever, but then he did this, which was the other side of the rift,
Oh yeah.
which is like Korean inspired or
Oh yeah, yeah.
whatever.
Hmm.
I read that 30 years ago, and I was like, this is just awesome. So I was like, it's been 30 years. So I started rereading it. I read,
Yeah.
or, well, listened to book one and book two, and afterwards, like, this is a long book. How long? I was like, oh my god, it's 781 pages. I'm like, if Tim ever finds out, I will never hear the end of this.
No. Oh
So,
no.
so
Oh
I
you.
hope that everyone watches this replay, but Tim and everyone keep the secret. Do not tell Tim.
Oh man,
We'll
yeah.
we'll
If
all
if
be in on the gag.
if he watches this, he's gonna be mad, and you just gave him ammunition with that picture. You better watch out. Oh, that's
So,
awesome. So it still holds up, though. Still,
oh
you
yeah,
still
it,
love
it
it.
is. And the crazy thing is the main character is Mara. She's a teenager at the start. I mean, she may be 25 by the end of it, and
I like it.
and I mean, she doesn't know how to hold a weapon.
Yeah.
She's never involved in any fights. If there's someone trying to kill her, she's running and she's having her, and it's just not typical fantasy because the character is like, I mean, she has her talents like manipulating people and
Yeah.
getting the situation, but it's just not your typical fantasy. And I think that's probably why I like it because I'm like, this is a whole story. It's fleshed out, real characters. This guy touched her when he shouldn't have. He's supposed to die. She's like, fine, put on the black rag that says you're going to be killed. I'll do it sometime next decade. And then he continues to serve for another decade. And like,
Oh
oh
wow,
my God, this is genius.
that's
Um,
awesome.
so yeah, it absolutely stands up. I've read or reread the first two, and I got to start the third one, which is actually shorter than the one I just finished. So, but
Okay.
yeah, it just holds up.
That's good.
Absolutely recommend it. And then, of
Okay.
course, all the books above me there, and
Oh yes.
Envoys of War
Oh
here.
yeah.
Nope, this one.
It's
There we
hard
go.
to know where you're pointing,
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah.
um,
Corden is one of my favorite
oh,
characters
me too.
of all time.
He's awesome.
So
Did you do the audio? Did you listen to the
yeah. Oh yeah,
audiobook? It's
of
that
course.
narrator nailed his voice and everything. It's like that's exactly what I pictured him sounding like. That was well done. I loved it. All right, awesome, man. All right, well, it's been an hour and 10 minutes, so I think we'll wrap up here. Everybody in the chat, thank you guys so much. We appreciate it. And if you're watching on replay, we appreciate it too. Do not forget that in the description down below, Mike's website is linked and Proxima Station, so you can go pre-order that bad boy that comes out tomorrow. And look for a either book haul or unboxing video for me when that comes to me. I can't wait to check it out. So Mike, I'll give you the floor. Thank you so much for coming on, dude. I really appreciate it. But the floor is yours to talk about anything, shout out anything. The floor is yours, my friend.
Okay. Well, first of all, thank you for having me. Second of all, hashtag don't tell Tim. Everyone like and subscribe. It's very important.
Oh, yeah.
And then finally, this is the book that comes out tomorrow. I'm writing chapter 7 of the sequel to this. There's only 10 chapters in it, so that'll be finished by Worldcon is my goal. Nice. The first draft at least, so that'll come out probably January. And I'll have Haley 2 out sometime this year. So I got books coming. So if you are tired of me, bad news, I got more books coming. You're going to see this ugly mug. And I'll have to come up with new and different stories for Chris next time.
That's right.
And Cena, you will not be getting yours tomorrow. It'll be sent out tomorrow. And then you're at the mercy of the Postal Service. So
you never know how that's going to
go. Good luck to you. But yeah, thanks for having me. I've written 6 books now, which boggles the mind.
Crazy.
Again, I did not ever think I could be an author. I thought, you had to be independently wealthy to afford it, and that part's true. So, in the immortal words of Andy with them, you have to spend money to lose money in this gig. So
that is true. That is true. That's good sound advice there. Oh man. Well, this was a blast, dude. I got to talk to you all night. I appreciate it, and definitely have you on again every time you have a book out or anytime that you want to come on and hang out. I'd be glad to have you, my friend.
Well, it's a lot of fun. And same with horses, as Cena says.
There you go.
And what does she want to do? She wants to write and do horses. Oh, wow.
I know that's.
She must hope she's an heiress of some like hotel chain or something.
Right. She's gonna need it, right?
Yeah. We can sell that hotel so I can afford my horses.
Yeah, right. Oh, that's not true, Cena. Not true. All right. So everybody have a great evening. Have a great night. I will see you in the next one. And until I do, which the next one, if you're wondering, is Saturday night. I'm going to have Kay from Kay's Hidden Shelf on. So look forward to that. Yeah, it's going to be fun.
What time?
I think 7. That usually seems to be the time I roll with. So 7 p.m. EST. But look for more info about that on the socials soon. But everybody have a great night. We'll see you in the next one. And until we do, as I always say, devour TBRs, be brave, be beautiful to one another, and be beastly. We'll see you, everybody.